We'll wait for people to get in here. Make sure I got all the volumes up so y'all can hear me. There we go. Now, mind you, I'm doing this on two different. Hello, Kulabai. Welcome, welcome. Yes, this is Bunny Love 444. So welcome, welcome. I am on this one over here to my TT family, and over here on this one to my YT family. Welcome, hello X or FX Chase 7. Welcome, welcome. We'll wait for people to get in here. We're gonna give some messages. We're gonna hang out a little bit. We all know it's in Mercury retrograde, so if you see me here to here, just know that I'm reading both chats. Okay. Hello, Donnie. How are you? Yes, I do. I do, FX Chase. I do remember you, sweetheart, and I'm glad that you showed up. I appreciate you. Hello, Bobby. Welcome, welcome. YSBCJ2. Welcome, welcome. There is my bestie. Come on in me. There we go. Yes, I actually do. It has been a long time, but I do remember you. I do remember giving you messages as well. So, hello, Ghetto John. Welcome, welcome. We'll wait for people to get in here. Again, I am Bunny Love 444. As you see, it's right here. Lots of messages. Lots of messages. Make sure that if you're new, feeling the vibes, jumping in this live, make sure that you share it to your friends. Tap that screen, show some love. And we're going to get down to it. Let's pin the goals here because we have some goals over on this one that we need to do. So let's pin them. Show some love. Because the message that I have is very important, especially because we are in Mercury retrograde now. And we have been since June 29th. And we'll be in retrograde till the 23rd of this month. So it's very important. And a lot of people, this is the reason why you're feeling the emotions. So like I said, anybody new joining in, if you see me looking this way and then looking this way, it's because I got both of my families up here. I got my YT family and my TT family. So sending lots of love to all of you out there. But we are in Mercury retrograde. Beautiful. So, and in this Mercury retrograde, we are actually in the emotional water sign Cancer. Okay. Cancer sign, right? Boom. Okay. Hello, Boone. Welcome, welcome. But being in the emotional water sign of Cancer, this is where in this Mercury retrograde, a lot of you are wondering why you're feeling all of these emotions are coming back. You're revisiting past situations. Seeing things on a deeper level. This is part of that Mercury retrograde, right? And being that we had all the planets in alignment, it is about you being able to upgrade your life in a deeper way. And that's what we're talking about, because the retrograde, meaning first two words, RE, redo, revisit, readvise. It's being able to go in there and do something different for your life, right? So, hold on. We got to get some more up there. Yes. Hello, Doggy 1950. Welcome, welcome. So, being in this Mercury retrograde, it's like you need to reread contracts. You need to redo, revisit, you know, these past things. A lot of you are revisiting your past in general. You're seeing why you're doing things differently. Hello, Tabitha. Hold on, hold on. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good, sweetheart. Just giving that Mercury retrograde message. Hello, Zipperhead.
You want to run a battle?
Not right now, sweetie. I'm on my YT and my TT here giving a message, but I can in a little while.
Wait.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Bye.
All right. Later. There we go. Oops.
Oops.
Hello, Pat.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. How are you?
She's trying to get out of it. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this out here.
Disconnect.
Let's see. Hold on. My phone is acting goofy. I can't get you out, sweetheart.
Let's do it. I'll be back, Pat. Let me get her
Yeah. Sorry, YT family. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Yes. So, and right now, like I told Tabitha, I'm giving a Mercury retrograde message for anybody who needs to hear this right now. But being that we're in Mercury retrograde, Soul Family over here on my YT channel and my TT channel, just know that this Mercury retrograde was from June 29th to July 23rd. So we're still in it. And that's why a lot of you are feeling the emotions, because you're having to revisit past situations. You're having to redo, re-advise, reread contracts, redo things that you used to do, but do them differently, right? So it's like a lot of you are being like, well, I'm in the same situation. It's just different people. It's because you weren't learning the lesson and closing out that soul contract. So you have to rethink, you have to re-strategize, you have to redo. And it is very emotional because a lot of people don't want to touch them emotions, right? Welcome, welcome, Pan, Amen, Rana. Yo, welcome, welcome. So being in the Cancer Mercury retrograde, that's a water sign. It's all about emotions, right? It's an ocean of emotions because a lot of people don't want to deal with them past hurts, trials, and tribulations that you have gone through. So therefore, it's like you kind of push them to the side. And Mercury retrograde is saying, you're going to feel it now. So a lot of you have been more tired. Mentally, you've been withdrawn. Hello, Greg. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Boone, I appreciate you. But this is just being able to go in and heal from them past situations to make you stronger to where you're supposed to be now, right? So this is where we look at the word stress. A lot of you have been feeling stressed out. You're not understanding why you're so stressed, but it's like when you feel the stress mentally, your body's feeling it physically. And this is the Mercury retrograde doing that to you because it's trying to force you to deal with things and revisit things that you didn't want to touch from your past. And so therefore, the word stress, I use the analogy of struggling through real emotions, standing strong. And I write that down for everybody because the thing is we do get stressed out. We do get emotional. And hello, Greg, and being in this retrograde, being in Cancer, a lot of people are feeling emotions. They're like, well, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this way? Why can I go from 0 to 100 just like that? That is Mercury retrograde saying you have come and grown a lot stronger and a lot greater than who you used to be. Because your past, who conforms you to who you are today, they think they know you today, but they don't know you at all because you have grown. You have transformed, you have transmuted certain things. And this is where Mercury retrograde is saying, in order for you to get that blessing and upgrade your life, you have to see the difference. You have to rethink it. You have to visit it, re-advise it. And so,
still on there.
Yeah. And so therefore, it's like all these things coming together. A lot of people are like, okay, well, why am I just bluntly coming out and saying this? Because you're learning to set healthy boundaries that before you couldn't. You had that kind heart that you would give to people and they would just take, right? Because when you look at the analogy of your body, the right hand is the giver. This is masculine energy of who you are as an individual. The left hand is the receiver, which is the divine feminine energy. It plays a significant part because you have to balance out both energies in your soul. Hello, Whitney 56. Hello. Wobson, welcome. So now we're going to go into what the divine wants you guys to know. And my YouTube channel, you guys know, you know how it is. I gave you guys all the messages of what's going to be taking place 2 years ago, this July. And it's already happened with the Ring of Fire, the flooding, everything's happening. So TT, everybody here, if you haven't, go to my YouTube. It's Bunny LUV 444. Go and read them from May 14th of 2023. Go watch them videos and it'll tell you everything that's transpiring right now is a divine message that came through to help people and protect people so that they didn't lose the things that they had. All right. So let's find out what else. Oops, I just bumped that one. Sorry. Let's find out what the Akashic wants you to know. Wow. 7 of Scrolls. This is that old foundation, what I was just giving you the message of revisiting that old foundation of who you used to be and who you've become now. This is divine synchronicity because 7 is about having faith and trusting and believing, right? That these people who talk shit about you don't know who you are today. They know who you were back then because you were in their energetic field. You have separated yourself from your past to be in the present. And look at that foundation has been tore down. That foundation has been tore down. And why has it been tore down? 22 is Archangel Raphael coming in and saying you have found balance within yourself. You have rethought things of the way that you want your life to be. And this is the asadam of your spiritual team and your crossed over loved ones saying that you have been doing a significant job. So on July 22nd, one day before Mercury retrograde ends, you're going to see a huge blessing pop into your life on July 22nd. Something you've been waiting for. Yeah, look at the 7 of Forces. This is balance. And you got the 5 of Forces. Okay. So this is very significant in the Akashic records because you have 777. That is God's number coming in and saying, look, have faith. Because balance is now coming into your life. All of you who have hoped for, wished for, dreamed for, and had them non-negotiable goals, the thing is in the wintertime, you sat there and you said, okay, well, I want to do this, 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 and this. Well, here's summer now. Because if it was in reverse, we'd still be in winter. But we're in summer. And the 5 of Forces have said, the seeds that you have planted for winter are now coming to fruition July 22nd of this year. Why? Because here's Archangel Gabriel coming in with Archangel Raphael and saying, look, she's communicating to you about your balance, your alignment of what is coming in. It is something that you guys have wished for. And why is that? 19, because you have reflected on your life. This is exactly what I was saying at the beginning of this message. You have gone into retrospection. You have gone in and rethought things. You have gone in and re-advised things. You have gone in and redone things. You know, a lot of you have illuminated and reevaluated your life and have come in to that reflection. Now, with that reflection of what your foundation used to be, it's something that you're not willing to stand for or put up with. So the divine is saying, we're going to bless you something. We're going to bless you with something on July 22nd, 3:23 on my clock. Yeah, look, the 1 of Scrolls falling right under Archangel Raphael about your balance and your foundation. The thing is the divine is saying you are right on track. Okay, everything that you have been doing, you're right in alignment. So the emotions you're feeling, if there's any emotions towards the past, give forgiveness to them. You never have to forget, but get it off of your shoulders because that train is about to move forward full speed ahead and you are in a new direction in your life and the divine is bringing it in. Okay, I'm telling you, on July 22nd, you're going to see something significantly change. Yeah, the Queen of Scrolls, look. Because now you're standing in your power when it comes to the 7 of Forces. This is balance. You're standing in your power. You're keeping your life balanced. So when people come into your life and they're disrespecting you and they're treating you, you know, not so nice. The thing is, you stand in your power. You stand in your power. Hello, Kool-Aid girl. Welcome, welcome, beautiful. You stand in your power and you keep that balance, whether it's mentally, emotionally, or physically. You stand in your power. So what do we need to know? What seeds did they plant in the wintertime that are now coming? The scribes. Look. It was written in your birth charts that something that you had planted is now coming to fruition. Some of you could have been born in 75. Somebody could be seeing the synchronicities 1212 right now. That is broken down to the angel numerology of the 33 master teacher, the master uplifter, meaning he is about to uplift your life, because everything that you didn't think was moving forward is now growing into something magnificent. What else do we need to know? 6 of Roses, baby. Look at, when you look at this is your past looking at your present. It's a battle between the fittest when it comes to that unconditional love, right? This is a war inside your head. This is a war inside your soul. But Archangel Gabriel says, we got your back. We got your back with the 6 of Roses. It's like, this is where that foundation, your past is looking at your present here and now and going, wait a minute. How did you change this? Because you got divine communication. You're awakening. You're opening up to things now. And you're seeing the bigger picture. What's the bigger picture? Yeah, the divine physician coming through to bless you. Number 6, he sees your growth. The divine physician, which is God, the universe, the creator, however you resonate. I will never tell you how to resonate your higher power. But look, number 11 is Ark of the Covenant, right? So you are divinely protected. Anybody who comes against you is going to feel their karma, okay? They're going to reap the consequences this year. Starting July 22nd, it's going to rock their foundation. But the divine physician says you are the Ark of the Covenant, okay? And when you give these messages, 611, you give these messages broken down to the angel numerology number 8. That is all about change. You give these messages to help people change within so that they do get their blessings. If they don't want to listen, guess what? It's up in the air. They have free will to do whatever they want. But being up in the air, it's like you're going to see everything be uplifted. And you'll be on the ground going, whoa, wait a minute. That's right, because 21, this is Archangel Uriel and the Sphinx, right? This is the divine uncovers everything that has been hidden. So when that past thought was hidden, guess what? Here it comes, baby. It's going to be a war against war. And it's doing that because look, Archangel Uriel says, okay, Sphinx, it's time to reveal. And so everything is going to be revealed in order to create balance in your life because you stand in your power. And so the ones who don't want to listen to you, that's okay. It's going to rock their foundation. Beautiful synchronicity, 1221. What did I tell you? Or 1212. That's the 33 master teacher coming in and saying, hey, what is spoken is the truth. And for some of you, yeah, the 4 of Forces. So for some of you, when they show me summer and fall, it's like this summer on July 22nd, some of you are going to be blessed. And the rest of you are going to fall with the consequences of making the wrong choices. You have all 4 sacred elements here. And then 4 sacred elements are very significant because in order for change to come, all the leaves have to fall off the tree in order to grow new, right? And when you have autumn, it's like everything goes through that new circle of life. When you have winter, everything is cold, cut off in order for you to go into solitude. And summer, that's when them new seeds start coming in. I love Sonic. Be respectful, please. Yeah, because look, a lot of you are at a crossroads right now. You do not know where your path is taking you. The Eight of Scrolls is because some of you don't want to make changes. You feel like you don't need to make any changes. And so you're at a crossroads. You're like, which way? It's like almost like, D George, which way do I go? Because you're all sitting there going, now I'm at a crossroads. What do I do? I feel so confused. The thing is Archangel Gabriel has come in to give you the messages. Whether you adhere to the messages or you don't, that's fine. But just like I gave my TT family over here, not you YT family, but my TT family, I gave them the message last month of what was going to happen this month for July, and everything that the divine gave me as a message has now happened worldly, with the elements, the purging, all the rain, the flooding, the mudslides, the sinkholes, the ring of fire down at the northern, southern parts of it. Go back and watch my video. You know, what I speak is the truth, and it's the divine messages that are coming through. Yeah, look. So we have the King of Scrolls with the Two of Roses. For some of you, here is that love connection. There is somebody that sees who you truly are, and it scared the bejeebies out of them, right? They see that you are a divine light. They see there's this connection that is very deep within you guys, and that connection is very deep. And look, they want to meet you because this is true unconditional love. This is divinely orchestrated. This is him getting clarity because he's looking back going, okay, I've had people do this to me in my past, but this doesn't feel the same. This feels different. And he's sitting there contemplating, okay, I'm here in the present now, but I'm not going to sit and listen to my past, right? I feel that unconditional love. This person has made him feel like he's never been felt before. Why? Because that's God coming in with the dove of love and saying, look, this person is here not to hurt you. They don't care about material or monetary things. They don't want nothing from you except for your true self and your true love. Okay. So now he's sitting here saying, okay, I got to act. I got to do something fast before I lose this person. I need to set up some type of date, right? So the divine is pushing him of, you better take action because you're going to miss your blessing and you're going to wish that you didn't miss your blessing, right? Because look, his path was unknown. He did not think that he was ever going to find a true love again. But the thing is the divine wants me to break the bad news. The love that you had, that you thought was a true love, was never a true love. That was a love that was full of betrayal, lies, deception, addictions, hurt, pain. It was to show you that you deserve much more of everything that was going on, since you have overcome your addictions and you have overcome that troubled period. You have grown above and beyond, and it was showing you to give you that mirror reflection so that you say, oh, I don't want that. No, I don't want to deal with that. No, I'm not okay with that. But look, when you have Cetan coming through, that is Hawk in Lakota. Okay, that is the Hawk. The Hawk is all about clarity. These are the divine beings bringing this, orchestrating and bringing this together. What else do we need to know for these beautiful souls, Father? What do we need to know? Ha! Told you. Because a lot of you thought you were caught in the runes. A lot of you, number 16 is broken down to number 7. That is about the faith and the hope. A lot of you lost faith and hope. And the divine, God, the creator, the universe, however you resonate, because like I said, I'll never tell you how to resonate with your higher power. But he said, everything that you have built, he has tore down. Everything that you try to move forward with, he tears down. Because of the fact you're not seeing the bigger picture. So you are caught in the runes. You are in this cage of that past. And now your past is being uncovered with Archangel Uriel and Sphinx. Sphinx is the one of uncovering, unveiling the truth. And in this Mercury retrograde, This is why they say, baby, this is in Cancer, the emotional water sign. Yeah, these emotions are going to hit hard. But if you keep running, you will never have the blessing that is meant for you, because they'll give it to somebody else. The divine physician will give it to somebody else because the person that they gave you is that blessing, the Ark of the Covenant. That is a divine blessing. That is the chosen one for you. And you just didn't want to see it because you are so fixated on that programming condition of, is they got to have a certain hair color, certain eyes, certain style, blah, blah, blah. No. The divine physician says, in order for you to grow, you can't put expectations and conditions on it. You have to feel it from the heart. You have to feel it from the soul. Hello, hello, Muhammad, Crystal, World King. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, look at standing on the throne, standing in your power. This is the divine being. Look, the divine being. He says, I know who you are, and it has been written in the blueprint of your life. She sits on the throne. It does not matter what she has material and monetary value. It matters what's in the soul. And this is where he's confused, because he's like, I see that divine being and it scares the shit out of me. But I'm in my ego, I'm in my pride, and I'm going to do it my way or the highway. Well, guess what? The divine physician says, okay. Look at how many other suitors are all lined up, ready to go. Because the divine ain't playing. It's either you accept your blessing or you walk away from your blessing. That's up to you. That's why I said you have free will. It's your choice. So let's find out. I'm telling you. You cannot make it up, Buttercup. Look. The divine has been clearing the path for you two to come together. You say you fear nothing, but you're fearing the fact that there's somebody that is divine, a divine being, who only wants you for you, to love you for you. And the divine has cleared the path in order for you two to be together and wants you to have this ordained commitment, this true unconditional love. But the thing is it's been like the Clash of the Clans, right? Because 14 is broken down to number 5. It's all about that adversity that they hold in their head. They don't think they're good enough, or they don't think that they have enough to offer. Offer your true self. Offer your true soul. Because I'm telling you, when this divine masculine is looking at this divine being, now take the energy as it resonates, because you can be in your divine masculine energy, or you could be in your divine feminine. Just because it shows these figures here, no, the divine wants you to understand you possess divine feminine and divine masculine energy. Whichever energy that you're in, if you're all in your ego and Mr. Macho Man, yeah, you're in your divine masculine. Okay, you need to come into your divine feminine energy where you're more kind, caring, and compassionate, understanding, and more listening. You have to balance that duality with the yin and the yang. Hello, Russ. Hello, hello. But this is where this king says, I know who you are. I can feel who you are. And you are of a higher caliber. That's why I'm contemplating, am I good enough? But look, you see how he's trying to cage himself? He's trying to cage himself into the runes. He's trying to talk himself out. He's trying to let the darkness talk him out. But Archangel Uriel and Sphinx comes in and says, it's about unveiling. We, in due time, we're unveiling this. She's standing here knowing exactly divine plan, and you're looking back to the past of, I've been hurt before. Well, this Mercury retrograde says, get over it. It's time to move on, right? So let's get some more clarification. What do we need to know? I'm telling you, I love this. Look. The World card and the 9 of Swords. He's in that stinking thinking. This is his past family issues, okay? No father present, him and his mama, stinking thinking in his head. And the thing is, with the World card, it's about coming together. It's about understanding what you are meant to do, what you are supposed to be doing here. And a lot of people just like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. But the thing is the world card is about you traveling, putting a completion to this past hurt and trauma right here, this depression, this anxiety, and traveling, put a completion to that past, be in the present here and now, and take your beautiful blessing. I'm telling you, don't waste what is given to you. A lot of people say, oh yeah, ask for a blessing all the time and it never comes. Well, that's right, because with the death card, you have to go through transformation first in order to get the 9 of Cups. Because when you have the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Cups, this is endings to a beginning. In order to have it, you have to go through this transmutation of taking that past, rethinking, why did this happen? It's not for you to be victim. It's for you to become stronger in your boundaries of who you are, you to move differently, you to break generational curses and go through that transformation in order to have that new beginning. This is giving and receiving. This is partnership. The 3 of Cups, great teamwork that comes in. And when you have the 4 of Cups, it's about you guys being able to sit together and not even contemplate. So when you see the number 2, 3, 4, that is the angel numerology for I love you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4. Love you. The thing is when you look at this, this is also 9 cups here, right? So with them 9 cups, it's like 9, 9 endings and beginnings. And it's about being able to put them to a completion, go through that transformation, understand the difference. Understand the difference. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles, it's about putting in the hard work, baby, to make that change. Because when you're in a relationship, you're not meant to change each other. You're meant to go soul deep, change yourself to be that better version of you in order to come together and work with the divine and bring things into fruition, right? Making that change. This is a beautiful read. Yeah, look at, I'm telling you, come in and be that star, baby. Be that star. This is that renewal. This is that renewal for your life. I'm telling you. And to have 3 major arcanas come in, that is divine communication. It is time to transmute that hurt and pain. It ain't doing nothing but holding you back, stopping you, detering you away from your blessings by keeping you in depression and anxiety, keeping you in that stinking thinking like you're not deserving enough, but you are. You are, and it states right here. This is that renewal. You need to keep the hope because look, the 5 of Keys, wishes are fulfilled. Look, you will have your cornucopia. You will have that abundance. Wishes are fulfilled by the Akashic Records. Love it. Told you. They have been guiding you to clear the path to bring things to calmer waters. It's time where you're saying, well, I'm getting older now. I just want peace. I just want happiness. Well, guess what? Them calmer waters are coming. Thank you, Glory. Good to see you, sweetheart. The calmer waters are coming, and it's starting on July 22nd, the day before Mercury retrograde is ending. Because it's saying stay in alignment. And when you stay in alignment, look, the Fool card, you have that new beginning on your purpose, on your divine path. This is about gathering the resources and the information and understanding the journey. Because once you do, that new beginning's coming in. I'm telling you, so beautiful. And you have 4 major arcanas. You're going to have more stability and more security understanding this message that is coming through right here. When you put the old to completion, it's like 9-9, right? Angel numerology. It's like putting things to completion, traveling forward, being in the present here and now to have them new beginnings. Because you have to be able to transmute the old and come through the murky waters and understand the new. But it's using all them resources of all them pains, hurts, trials, and tribulations that you went through to make the person who you are right here, right now. Beautiful message, Spirit. Beautiful. Hello, Michael. Hello, Russ. Hello, Teresa. Welcome, welcome. Look, I'm telling you. I can't say it enough. You're causing your own heartbreak. Look, right here. Let me get it again. Let me say it again. You're causing your own heartbreak because you know this divine person is meant for you. You feel that connection. But right here, you're breaking your own heart. But the divine is saying, I have manifested for this for you. You are going to be very abundant. You see the potential in this and it scares the shit out of you. That's the only reason why you want to be in that ego, because that's evil going out, which you have not let that go out because you are still holding on to your past. But the thing is that divine being that you see is going to get their wish fulfillment because they know they are divinely protected by the divine physician because they are the Ark of the Covenant. They are that treasure. They are that beautiful soul that is not there to hurt you, but to build with you. Hello, hello, Joletto. And so therefore, stop breaking your own heart. Because see, right here is the sword of truth. This sword, you're trying to clip your own wings, knowing that you see the potential and the passion in this relationship. You're trying to clip your own wings. And Spirit says, not going to happen. Not going to happen. No, you're putting too much hard work into your own heartbreak. You're trying to rewrite your destiny when the divine has already co-created your destiny because they wanted you to manifest and have the best of the best. So, no, that is your renewal. That is your renewal. It's understanding this journey. Hello, hello, everyone. Yes, look, I'm telling you, the Seven of Cups with the moon. This is about you making the wrong choices, and now the divine is illuminating it, so therefore you can make the changes with your inner self. Because you can't stay in them old stagnant ways and expect to get all these blessings. If you're not going to make a change, the divine physician says, if you're not going to grow, because that number 6s are all about grow, right? If you're not willing to grow, the divine physician is not going to bless you. No. He says, instead, you can keep making them same choices. He's going to give you the same situations, just different people, places, and times. And you're going to wonder, why does this keep happening to me? Well, it's being illuminated to you. You need to stay grounded in who you are and make the right decisions and become grounded in who you are and know that you have to make different choices. And in this Mercury retrograde that we're in from June 29th to July 23rd, in the Cancer, emotional Cancer, the thing is you need to revisit, rethink. You need to cut out that stinking thinking, stop breaking your own heart and making the wrong choices. Because in order to manifest, the divine is going to illuminate whether you want it or not. It's coming through because they're clearing the path for you. And this is the war that you have faced with the past and the present right now. It all ends this year, 2026. The divine says it's in the scribes. It's written in the scrolls. It is ending. There is no more. You are so welcome. Yes. Amen, Father. Look, the King of Pentacles comes out again. The King of Pentacles is a man who stands in authority and says, but I am who I am, and I don't want my reputation. I don't want this, and I don't want that. Okay, well, you want to rewrite the story? Illuminate that, because the divine's going to say, look, see the moons? Okay, I'm going to illuminate it so big for you, you're not going to get this blessing. You're going to sit there, and you're going to have to go all the way through and redo everything again while we move on to somebody who is more grounded, more coming from the heart. That Ace a Pentacle right there. Look, Ace of Pentacles. Because the thing is that abundant person knows that it is a divine blessing, and they're not going to give up that divine blessing because they know it's going to become a power couple when everything is illuminated. They know their life is going to change significantly. Woofda. I'm telling you, look what fell out. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. But where there's love, there is the evil, right? The thing is what happened from your love in the past should not have bearing on who you meet in the present here and now, because that person did not hurt you. That person did not betray you. That person did not lie to you, did not steal from you, did nothing of that sort. So for you to judge that new love, thank you, Roz, for the roses, sweetheart. Thank you. So that person that has been sent into your life in your energetic field here in the now, they did not betray you. That was them dirty snakes with a passion to hurt you and betray you in order to teach you the lessons you needed to in order to grow into that new version of you. The thing is that new person did nothing. So being hypocritical and judging this person based on that past situation, that's a you problem. That ain't a them problem. And the divine knows that. That's why the divine physician says, oh, no. There's other suitors that will take your spot in a heartbeat because they are in alignment. They are ready. So just know that that divine being who is like the Ark of the Covenant, because they are very divinely protected, guess what? Their wishes are going to be fulfilled whether you step into your position or not. But if you don't step into it in this lifetime, it'll have to be another lifetime. You will be incarnated again and have to relive all the same situations again. Only because you're not listening. You want to run it. You want to run it. And guess what? The divine physician, God, the creator, the universe, however you resonate, says there's a sword of truth. It's all tied for you to see. You're putting these certain conditions right here on a new love, holding yourself back, becoming that snake to this new person when this new person did nothing to poison your soul. This is energy that needs to be transmuted from that past so you are no longer having war with your love connection. It's about you seeing the fact that this current person that has come into your life and made you feel feelings that you have never felt before. And you're like, there is something so different about this person. It's like energetically, I'm more happy and uplifted and just vibing and thriving, right? But then you go right back to the past. But the past did this, okay? You are not a victim. You are victorious. Stand up, 10 toes down, 2 fists up, and realize this current love did nothing. If you're going to run from it, you're running from your own blessing. So therefore, the sword of truth comes in, and you're right. You transmuted a love that was meant for you, and now you sit in that heartbreak wondering, why am I alone? Why is nobody coming my way? Why is nobody interested? Well, you're not listening to the divine when they said transmute that. Everything that you went through, here is the sword of truth. This is the pure truth and nothing but the truth from the divine physician himself that says, hey, you had to go through all of this to know what you want and what you didn't want, what you're going to put up with and what you're not, to be able to set healthy boundaries so people ain't taking advantage of your heart of gold, so people aren't manipulating you and misusing you and everything else. This is things that you needed to know of why the past did what they did so you could have that forever love, because it's ordained. It's ordained. Woof, and that one went flying out. That's right. Queen of Wands, baby, coming through. So this person is going to go with that forward motion no matter what, because they have worked through their terrible past. When this person came into your life, it's because this person has gone through a similar lifestyle as you. It just involves different people, different places, different times. But they've worked through it and they've done everything with their heart. This person is not malicious, vicious, not there to hurt you, does not care about your material or monetary things. They don't care if you come with your pockets turned outwards with lint falling out. What this person cares about is that they're able to move forward with you in an unconditional love, not putting conditions or expectations on it. They want to move forward with you and keep you grounded, and you keep them grounded as you move forward. It's a whole different thing. Yes, because there's the Three of Cups, like I was telling you earlier when that card came out right here. When I told you earlier, the Three of Cups. This is that teamwork. That's about you guys healing each other on a much higher level because they can resonate of what you each went through. And it's not a competition of, well, I went through more than you went through. It's not a competition. That's a war you put in your own head from the past to the present right now. The thing is this person's going to understand, and they listen from their heart, not from their ears, not from their mind, because they've learned how to balance their heart and their mind as one to come through and stay grounded. They stay pure and true to who they are in that loyalty, and they come from their heart space. They don't want nothing from you. They don't want nothing from you. And the thing is this person has true, pure, unconditional love. I'm getting that this person will even say, hey, if it makes you feel comfortable, I'll sign a prenuptial. I'll show you I don't want nothing from you. We can build together. And if you have nothing and you're coming together, it's like the queen is saying, guess what? We can pick these sticks up. We can rub our sticks together and we've created fire. We've created warmth. You know, we can use these sticks. We can build a house together. We can build together. But whatever it is, it's coming from the heart and being grounded as a soul being. So this person ain't coming in to hurt you. This person is not the snake that you are portraying in order to walk away and fear this love like I'm not good enough, because the divine physician, God, comes in and saying the sword of truth. No, this person is willing to take a stance. This person is willing to fight for you. This person is willing to do everything from unconditional love. This person is not afraid of that past situation. This person does not dwell on the past. This person, you know, when it comes to the fearful things, this person ain't afraid. This person will throw down with the best of them. This person will move forward and co-create. So it's, you got to be able to see that when you see that there's something different about the way this person makes you feel, don't run from it because you're past. That's you fearing. And look, need I say more? Because this is a very intuitive person. This is a person who has an old soul with ancient wisdom and knowledge, who is going to be able to keep you grounded, keep you focused, and keep you going. And you're going to do the same for that person. It's like they're going to stand in their power because they're getting the divine guidance to shine their light onto you and say, hey, I know you are worth more than that. You are capable of more things than what you're doing. Let's up the ante on it. Let's get you doing what you're meant to do, because that is out of unconditional love and the sword of truth to build together. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, look, Nine of Wands. It's time to stop being. That is so crazy. The Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands coming forward. Okay. So here, stop being a chicken about what your past was, and understand that this Mercury retrograde, why you're so emotional, why you can snap off quickly, while some of you are feeling so tired and so weak in the physical body, it's because in the mental status, your mental status can't take it anymore. So your physical body is enduring all that mental pain that you try to keep packing down and blocking your chakras. But the thing is don't be a chicken anymore. It's time to be on the other side of the fence. All them demons that have tried to hold you back and try to keep you stuck and stagnant and not get your blessings. No, it's time to move forward. Because look, the Six of Wands, this is all about that growth and victory. This means that you are victorious. Everything that the divine physician, God, the creator, universe, however you resonate, has blessed you with skills, talents, gifts, everything. You already are victorious. And it's time you stand in your power, because this is all about growth. And this is all about growing through the changes and putting an ending to things in order for you to have them new beginnings. So it's about seeing it, because look, there are so many opinionated and hasty people that are more in their emotions than they are in their heart space. Okay? Who cares what the haters are going to say? Who cares? You're not looking for social approval. You're looking for the divine physician's approval of saying you are in alignment to get your blessings. Because these opinionated people, no matter where you go, they're always going to have something to say. They're always going to try to hold you back. But the thing is if you always speak your truth, they have no bearing on you. They have no way that they can tear you down, because you speak your truth. You tell your story. You are that prophecy. You shine your light. You do not care what people think of you. And that's how these opinionated and hasty people fall off, while you stand in your divine power and move forward. I'm telling you, because you are abundant, and the divine has hid you in plain sight. 33 master teacher coming through, 33 master uplifter. The thing is you know this all along, that you've been hidden in plain sight, and you had that abundance that it pours into you, and everybody's like, well, how do you get blessed? How do you always get this? How do you always get through these things? Because look, it flows abundantly when you're doing the right thing. And so the divine hid you in plain sight for people to overlook you and everything else, so the divine physician can overbook you. You are not the victim. You are victorious. Everything that was impossible, you've made possible because you've listened to the divine. Look at, oh, Bunny. Bunny is directly and connected to the divine messages. So what is the closing message, Father? What is the closing message? Look, the Two of Swords. I said, what is the closing message? Well, this is the crescent moon, right? Look, the crescent moon. The crescent moon is all about a new beginning, because me as a spiritual individual is telling you that there is a new beginning. But the Two of Swords is, you have a choice. Do you want to be stuck and stagnant? Or do you want to find that duality? Do you want to find that balance in your life to move forward? I love it that the Two of Swords came out. Because see, that's me speaking my truth with my divine, of giving the messages for that new beginning to come through. But you can walk through the fire and you not get burned at all. You can have that passion that if somebody tries to make you stale, stuck, stagnant, you are the light that lights that flame, and nothing can burn it out. And that is the sword of truth. You have to trust and believe in yourself. You have to love yourself enough to know that you are very abundant in all that you do, and you stand in your power, your divine power. Because when these two cards come out, this is pure divine power. Nobody, no matter what they try to do, the divine physician says, that's my Ark of the Covenant, and you will not do my divine being, my chosen ones, when I choose them for you. Look at the crescent moon again. They will illuminate the light for you. They will bring things from the dark to the light. They will say things that you are too afraid to say, but you know what? They are divinely protected because they have done their growth on their journey. 11s are all about journey. It's that partnership. It's that duality with the divine physician in order to grow. I'm telling you, know what you're doing. Know what you're doing. Look, look. Because a lot of you are in that ocean of emotions right now, and we are in the Mercury retrograde, being in the emotional water sign of Cancer. Stay grounded. The red coral is all about stay grounded through all this conflict. The Ten of Wands is all that conflict, because a lot of you are feeling it. You are feeling it right now. And the thing is if you're making the wrong choices, this is you feeling that you're having crises in your life. That's because the consequences from the divine physician are saying, hey, guess what? It's here. If you're feeling that loss, it's because in this Mercury retrograde, you are meant to go in and redo, rethink, re-advise, reread contract, rethink about what is my past. Because my past was meant for me to come into that unconditional love, to be in that present, to build that stable foundation and build that empire. That's what it was meant to do. But y'all seeing it wrong. You're all seeing it wrong. Yeah, look. The Magician came out with the Emperor. Wow. Soul contracts. These are divine contracts with the Emperor and the Empress showing up. But this is the divine masculine finally putting his sword down, because the divine physician said, it's time to put your sword down. It's time to stop running. You've manifested this. And I'm tired of you listening, walking blindly on this path and listening to other people to deter you away from your blessings, because you want to listen to them instead of listening to me. But I'm showing you, no. In order to manifest, this is time for you to step back in your power. This is time for you to take action. Do it. Because this divine masculine is somebody who is very structured. They know what they want. They know what they're doing. They know where they're going. And they have non-negotiable goals, right? But you let other people create this in your life. And it's time to stop letting them create the adversity and talk you into things, because that's the spiritual warfare. They talk you into things out of jealousy and envy to stop you from doing what you're doing. But that's where the Ten of Swords, you got to use them swords that were against you and use them as the ladder to climb through them hard times. Come through, baby, because look, when you learn how to fulfill your own cups, when you see your own potential, your own power, your own victorious clarity that you're getting, there's nothing they can do, because this is all divinely guided. This is staying down to earth, being divinely guided through it all for you to have them blessings and abundance. Look, to nurture. The Two of Pentacles is to nurture, not juggle situations anymore. Not juggle in your mind, oh, should I or shouldn't I? No, listen to your heart. Listen to that partnership. Listen to that partnership, because that's what you are meant to do. And this is 22, which 22. So a lot of you could be seeing 2222, which is broken down to Archangel Raphael and that foundation. It's that foundation. It's that foundation in the partnerships. It's that foundation in yourself. It's balancing you. Yes, Flower, it does. Absolutely. It starts with you, your foundation. Because a lot of you, the Sword of Truth right now, a lot of you have built a foundation on sand. Okay? And the divine physician, God himself, the creator universe, however you resonate, has crumbled that foundation. When that foundation crumbles, that sand is heated in that furnace, it turns into glass. Glass is that window of opportunity for you to build a stronger foundation based on truth. Okay? Based on truth. Yes, and even though you're in Florida, there is a sinkhole, Ross. There is a sinkhole. Look, because somebody that you've been hanging around is creating a lot of deception in your life. Yes, a lot of deception. As you're trying to plant seeds, this person has been nothing but deceptive. Okay? A lot of deception, a lot of manipulation. Yes, look at the Hierophant right there, standing in your power, baby, right there. Being the leader. The Page of Pentacles is being that leader. I'm telling you, you can't deny it. Look, Three of Pentacles. because the masks are all falling off of these people. The ones who have created all the deception, the divine physician is pulling the mask off of these people, and you're seeing them for their true colors now. You're seeing them for what they're doing. Yes. Yes, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward with the Ace of Wands. You know, this is that inspiration and that creation to keep moving forward, because it is a beautiful artwork that is coming up, right? Look, and the divine says, I'm bringing you a blessing on July 22nd. Watch what comes out. So that is your beautiful message. Soul family on my YT and my TT. Much love to you all. I greatly appreciate you all hanging out with me for this hour and getting the divine message. I do know that anybody that, you know, wants to go back and look at it on my TT, you can go and watch the video. I explained everything that was happening for July, and the divine is saying, guess what? It is happening. So we're sending prayers out to all of our flood victims. Pay attention what is coming in on the East Coast, coming up on this weekend. You know, it's going to start. You're going to see everything that I told you back in June. He says it's coming. It's coming. So pay attention. Make sure you prepare. Keep yourself safe. And just know that he ain't playing, because when he says it's time to purge the things out, yeah, that ring of fire has been pushed out there now, and it's time to purge. Time to purge. I love you too, Teresa. Love you, Kool-Aid girl. Yes, love you, beautiful. I appreciate all of you. I will be back on later on my TT, my YT. I will see you tomorrow. I will be going live at least once a day, trying to get both of you on here. I've got a better setup right over here. And we're going to be doing, I can't really tell you until I do it, because otherwise somebody will take that trademarked, what the divine physician set up for me. So just stay tuned. Pay attention to the little messages that are going out, and you're going to see what's coming up here within days. We're talking by Wednesday at the latest. So love you all. Sending blessings. Yes, sending blessings to your stepmom, Russ, and her situation. And Heavenly Father, I ask you to come and take that cancer from her right now. Remove it from her. It is poison, it is toxic, and it return to sender. Whoever wished that harm on her, return it to sender, Father, and wash her from it. So greatly appreciate all of you. Sending lots of love. And I look forward to seeing you guys later. Love y'all. Peace. Happy both at the same time.